Get fucked. Hello. Welcome in. How's it going? I'm here. I'm also really tired. I don't know why I said also. Well, I guess it tracks. I guess I can fit my two sentences together, that I'm here and also that I'm very tired, because I am. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great night. You guys are excited for the second half of this randomizer. Yeah, this seed sucks. I think we're probably in like the last third of this randomizer seed if I were to guess, but boy howdy, it sure has been. It sure has been. Where did you find the intro for my like early development YouTube series where I teach children about colors? Because I thought that was buried. All right, we're in Temple of Droplets. Dude, it sure did. I remember. I had forgotten. But now I remember. Also, let's go this way. Money, piece of heart, cake or pie, kinstone, trash. It's all trash. He's stealing all the money I don't need. What the fuck? Also, the Force Sword. Dude, Temple of Droplets is a winner every time. Unfortunately, we still need almost all of the elements. I have what, one element? Yeah. One. Yo, the 25 stream streak. How cool. What is that a reference from? That feels like a reference. Type 1 civilization in particular, like, triggers this as a reference to me. What? Whee! Damn, that means nothing to me. Wow, more cake. Alright, Matterpillar Phase 2, baby. This time on ice. Oh, baby. I can't imagine getting a 2-cycle on this. Oh, let's go. We're on ice, true. And it's for a Kidstone P. Wah and also who, my friends? We skipped this entire goddamn dungeon. And I love that so much. I'm stupid, actually. Like, if you think about it, I'm actually really fucking dumb. I'm supposed to open this gate and then get the platform moving and then leave and come back. Because the lily pad is now up at the top of this room. And it lets you skip the whole room. So, like, it's super cool. But it doesn't help if you fuck up like that. Lily pad movement. Like, it's mechanically a creative use of the item. I hate it. Whee! There is junk in this trunk. Palace of Winds, small key. I need that, actually. Palace of Winds is one of my required dungeons. It's my opinion on the idea of beans on the cob. So, like, if you were like a farmer and you had corn on the cob, but instead this time it was beans on the cob. I don't know, something about it doesn't really upset me. And I feel like it should, but it doesn't. Yeah. Like, for some reason, I'm totally fine with that existing. I mean, you don't have to eat them off the cob. You could absolutely just, you know, like, eat them the way, like, regular corn is eaten. Yeah, you know what? That's true. That's fair. But yeah, what I'm gonna say is, yeah, I guess if I think about like eating beans on the cob, sorry. In order to ensure that I was like fully answering the question, I really took some time to consider all of the different ways that I have beans now, you know, the cobless beans. And my mind eventually arrived on refried beans. And so I considered what refried beans on the cob would entail. And it's just like the refried beans just paste. And you just slurp it right off the cob core. Like how my kid used to eat chicken tenders. He would eat chicken tenders by I don't know how that works, by the way. I don't know how that works with the whole puzzle solving itself. Oh, it's because if you're like entering from there, the game is just like, well, you must have fucking solved it. But anyway, oh, I can do this now. But like the way that my kid used to eat chicken tenders, which was dip it in ranch and then slurp the ranch off of the chicken tender, and then dip that same chicken tender back in the ranch for another hearty helping of ranch for his palate. And then he would eat a bunch of French fries. And you know what? All the power in the world to him. Love that kid. In short, though, I support the idea of beans on the cob. Like, I don't think there's like a major issue with it. Because I think of them like connecting to the cob the same way that like cashews connect to the fruits that they like grow from. Oh, you are jumping. No, don't jump again, you blob ass bitch. How could you betray me in this way? On this, the day of my daughter's wedding. Mobster voice .mp4. Oh, he doesn't even jump for this. Oh, why am I getting the worst RNG on both shoe fights? Oh, that was super worth it. I'm so glad I did that mini boss fight. Eh? Oh, nice. See, I've done ranch on pizza before. I think ranch specifically on a pepperoni pizza is really good. I don't really do ranch with most other like pizza toppings, but pepperoni, I think that shit works. And then Let's see, or so Domino's had like a chicken bacon, like a spicy chicken bacon ranch pizza. Then that's one of my favorite pizzas from them. Particularly, they had the Parmesan crusted stuffed crust for a while. I don't know if they still have it. But they had that for a while. And the only downside about it is that it only came in medium. So instead of getting a large pizza, I had to get 2 medium pizzas because 1 medium pizza isn't enough for the fam. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter because no one's eating the spicy crispy chicken sandwich. Ah! I do remember Evander Gorgloom. Cake. Croissant. Kinstone. Dog food. It's all trash. It's oops all garbage. I did this in a very risky way. In a risky way, I mean incorrectly. Because you can't even push the block. I fricked it up. Now I gotta do it again. Hello, Straylight. Welcome back. I hope you are returning to stream well rested. We got the 4 sword. It was in one of the underwater checks. Okay, so I mention this room every time I do a randomizer. I look at this room and I think it's obvious, right? The solution's very clear. You push it, you make the X. Now, I was and am a dumbass. So I get into this room, I see a closed door, and I think, clearly it wants me to kill all the enemies because that's the only puzzle that my tiny child brain can comprehend. And so I'm like, I've never killed these things before, but I guess it must be possible. Sword doesn't do it. And maybe it's fire needs air, so I'll suck up the fire. Nah, that didn't do it. Dang, that's a shame. Maybe I can cane to flip it that way. Who knows? No, it doesn't work. I could dig at the fire. No, of course not. That's dumb. Explosions also don't help. I'm not wasting my resources. But I sat here in this room and I was like, okay, there's got to be something. Like, what's fire's biggest weakness? I've played Pokemon. I'm a child in the 90s, well, in the early 2000s. And so I'm like, I'm going to leave the dungeon completely. I'm going to fill up... I had 3 or 4 bottles at the time. I'm going to fill up all of these bottles with water. I'm going to fill one of them with Krenel water, just in case. And then I'll come back, and then I'll dump it on them. Now, keep in mind, this was before the days of emulators and save states, and speed up. So I, on my little Game Boy Advance, walked my happy ass over to a water source, which wasn't that far, to be honest. I just leave the dungeon and come back. And then all the way back to Mount Krenel to get that bottle of Krenel water, so I could dump water on these fire snake thingies. And of course it didn't do anything, but I didn't have the greatest accuracy or skill because I was a child. And I was like, maybe I just didn't get them enough. And so I left the dungeon and I got more water and Krenel water and I tried it again. And it didn't work. And I was like, this is stupid. This must be broken. It's clearly broken. Because what other possibility could there be? And I spent so much time stuck on that room. And being able to look shit up on the internet was not super viable of an option yet. So there's my daily quota for Drax a fucking idiot. Oh yeah, and then immediately after I get out of that room, I get to this one. And this room is so, you have to do it so quickly, and I couldn't do it. I was stuck on that room for hours, unable to get them all lit. Oh, here's another room. This dungeon screwed me up when I was a kid. I get into this dungeon and I'm like, for whatever goddamn reason, I don't register that that's an explodable wall. Don't ask. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But I see this strange symbol on the floor and I'm like, clearly this is, everybody say it with me in the chat, clearly this looks like, that's right, a sword. So what should I do to solve this puzzle? Well, clearly I need to swing at the wall. Maybe I need to do one of these numbers. Well, it makes a different sound when I go over this part of the wall, so I must be onto something. Do I spit attack? No, that doesn't work. Maybe I'm missing a scroll that I need. Maybe it's a sword pointing this direction, so maybe I'll do something here. This wall doesn't do anything. I try everything I can. I go all over the world and find all of the scrolls that I could possibly have access to at this point of the game. And obviously it does nothing. I hated this dungeon as a kid. Are there not any more checks in this dungeon? No, I guess not. I've done everything in this dungeon. All that's left is to open up the boss. Wow. The any % route for this dungeon used to be so cool. Now it's just bottle clip, which is fine. Like it's octo skip, which is cool and really interesting. But I kind of miss the old any % route. What are we doing after this? I don't know. I was supposed to think about it and then I didn't. A beginner rando. Oh my god, excuse me. Well, clearly we're not doing that. No, I just coughed a lot. I was gonna respond, and so I breathed in to get more air into my lungs, and I coughed on my own spit. I'm so sorry, that was awful. What I was going to say is it depends on how much time we have and how long this seed ends up taking. No, I coughed. Oh my god. Oh my god, the dream is alive. Octo did the good movement, even though I'm not doing a manip in any way, shape, or form. I mean, I fucked that up. I was supposed to just keep rolling. What is this move? I've never seen this move before. What is this? I never lit the tail on fire. Oh my god. I just forgot, or I missed, or something? Dude, what the hell is wrong with me? No, no. Ugh. Oh my god. Oh my god. What do you mean? All of that nonsense. All of that nonsense. And I got the 3 rock anyway. And it's an element. Oh my god. Thanks, Straylight. You know, I pioneered it. Bread. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, I'm out of here. I'm going to Palace of Winds. This is stupid. Alright. Oh, nice. Which version of FF1 is your father playing? You know there's a randomizer for Final Fantasy 1. I haven't played it. Also, Pixel Remaster, that makes sense. There's a mod for the original Final Fantasy 1 that I found that adds like 3 times the amount of classes. It's so fun. The classes are really cool and interesting. The only problem is that, get out of my way. Can you get the fuck out? Thank you. No, you but it like rebalances a lot of the game because the original FF1 was trash. It fixes the thief class, adds a bunch of new other classes. Like, it's a really good mod. However, and this is a really heavy, like, load-bearing however, it's not fully functional. One of my favorites was like this Dark Knight class that was added. You know, high strength, high armor, that sort of deal. But the problem with this class is if that person dies, I don't know if there's just not a death sprite or what, the game will crash immediately anytime that Dark Knight character dies. And there's probably other like numerous glitches going on with it. I wouldn't know because after I found out that the Dark Knight could never die, I stopped playing. And I was so sad because it was a really good mod, like all other things considered. Never played Final Fantasy at all. You should play more Final Fantasy games, if that's your thing, if you enjoy RPGs. Also, that trick that I did to like jump to this thing from super far away, that doesn't skip anything. It doesn't skip anything at all. Wait. Oh, okay. Never mind. You hate the waiting mechanic in Final... What do you mean by waiting mechanic? Do you mean ATB? The active time battle system? Because that's not in every Final Fantasy. But also, if you are talking about the ATB, tell me more. Where does this anger come from? Arrow refill. A heart container. Oh, I've almost max health. What is it about it that you hate so much? I think it's an interesting mechanic. That is fun to build around and interact with. Oh, good. Now I'm muddy. What's the first potential? Ah. See, I don't know. Whenever I think about ATB, I think about like how it like I don't think about it being like waiting to put it in my action. I think about timing my abilities. Because I think it's cool, like, for example, let's talk about Final Fantasy IV, right? So Final Fantasy IV's ATB, if you put in a spell, depending on the spell, it takes, or all actions have X amount of time before that action goes off, right? So, like, Fire 1, for example, is going to go out pretty quickly, but like Fire 2 or Fire 3 is going to have longer and longer charge-up times before the spell goes off. And the trade-off being is that they deal more damage. But there's also spells that come out really fast and are more spammable. They just cost more. And so finding those kinds of things, learning that way. Additionally, with healing spells, being able to time it to where I'm about to do something that's going to cause me a lot of damage, but it's going to hurt them, and then be able to heal immediately because I was like queuing skills through the ATB system is fun and interesting for me. It's something that I really enjoy. And I think it's something that you can kind of miss out on in like a pure round-based, turn-based battle. Yeah. Final Fantasy X is probably my favorite turn-based battle system, because it blended ATB and turn-based battle in a way where it doesn't feel like ATB. It just makes it very clear, like what actions allow you to have faster or slower repeated turns. So you can see like the queue on the side of the screen that shows who's going to have, like what is the future turn order. And you can see in real time, like what your choices, like how your choices are influencing that future queue. So I love Final Fantasy X for their battle system. That shit's just amazing. Probably my favorite in the entire series, but ATB is still fun and cool. Hey guys, look, it's the sword again. Yeah, I'm clarifying what I was saying. Final Fantasy X is not ATB. The connection that I was drawing between the two is that in an ATB system, different actions have different charge up times or make it take longer until that character could take the next action. And Final Fantasy X retained that function while returning to a more like turn-based thing. But it's still not like a full like round-based turn-based system where like here's the turn for your entire party and then the enemy goes and then your entire party and then the enemy goes like in the original Final Fantasy game. I played a little bit. I have played a teensy bit of Golden Sun. Maybe like a half hour. I'm trying. Because I know how much everybody is like, you gotta play Golden Sun, it's so good. Oh my god, the Jabbernut. Insane. Alright, where... Oh, okay, that's where I am on the map. Okay. I'm still like super not familiar with this dungeon. We skip all this nonsense in any percent, and I'm glad we do. My fan on its warm in here. I like this dungeon. It's just that I haven't played it in so long. And I don't know where I'm going. And I don't know where anything is. But like, I love the dungeon casually. This just connects back to that room, right? Yeah, okay. Like, it really feels like a final element dungeon, you know? Never played Minish Cap Few is more or less seeing the whole thing for the first time, yeah. You should. You should play Minish Cap. It's a really good Zelda game. Valid. Ah, that's where you get the arrow from. Okay, that's where you get the... It's a piece of heart normally, but... Oh, and I gotta fall down and go back up and bang. It's fine. Nice. Well, if you want to talk about starting games that are very long, I've started playing World of Warcraft. Not like the pay World of Warcraft. It's this thing called Ascension, and like a bunch of fan servers. That's like a modified version of WoW, and there's a way that they get around the whole thing about it, but I don't have to pay for it, and that's all that matters to me. Does anybody here remember like the old World of Warcraft streams? There were, I think, exactly 3. I was doing some dungeons with my friends. Oh my god. Oh my god. Really? Dude, I never have this much trouble with this. There we go. Kind of wondering how none of the Zelda rounds are second world just yet. Link the past, link worlds. Being expansion TMC random with the second world with different paladins, having more checks and occasionally a lot more complex. Valid, but also this randomizer is already pretty complex, in my opinion. How familiar am I with FF1 speed runs? How long are they typically? I used to be a little familiar with them, but it's been a super long time. Let's see. Absolutely not. How's it going, Wony? Welcome on in, my friend. Let's see. They are about 2 to 3 hours long, depending on the category. Looks like the most commonly run category is any percent for the Japanese copy of the game, and the world record. And the world record is 1 minute. Oh wait, hold on, hold the fucking phone. What? What the hell is going on with Japan that they can... What? Oh, memory manipulation. Oh. So the Japanese version is broken. Okay. I didn't actually do that. Straylight's lying. I did choke on my spit though and cough aggressively off screen. But yeah, so the Japanese true any percent for Final Fantasy 1 on the NES is 1 minute 39 seconds. And then the US version, it's 2 hours and 5 minutes because they patched out the memory manipulation. Oh, that's okay. I saw the thumbnail and immediately remembered. Okay, so Final Fantasy 1 has this stupid glitch in the Japanese version. I completely forgot about it. That kind of exists in Final Fantasy 4, but it's not nearly as broken. So basically, you immediately go into the castle, and then you spend about a minute going up and down the stairs in a particular set of stairs in the castle, up and down, 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 up and down. And the game will continue to increment the floor that you're on up, but it never increments it down. So it just keeps going up. And eventually that underflows and then sends you to the credits. And then the run's over, you did it. So the any percent Japanese version is just it's just Stairmasters. It's like failing the ocarina glitch over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and then you just win instead of losing 1 minute and 40 seconds in a run. And that just is the entire run. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that cool? I'm trying to remember where to go, but I'm not good at that. Let me go. Where does this warp take me exactly? Back to the beginning. Thrilling. But yeah, on the US version of the run, you actually have to complete the game. Now I remember what I'm supposed to do. You actually have to complete the game, but most of the run is on like a step list. So as long as you follow the exact like steps required, there's like a pathing to follow. Oh, Cave of Flames, big key. I don't remember if Cave of Flames is one of the required dungeons, but it might be. But yeah, so as long as you follow, there's like a whole like Google Doc or, you know, PDF or something. Probably a Google Doc. Most speed runs have Google Docs. But you can just follow that, and it'll show you where you need to step, where encounters should happen, what to do if you don't get encounters, which encounters are supposed to show up. Also in Final Fantasy 1, there are tiles that guaranteed have an encounter, so you use those to reset encounters. You also use those for grinding. But yeah, Final Fantasy 1 runs are cool, and you learn interesting things about how the games function. So I guess there's the answer for Lancer's dad. All right. Time to Georg a pair. Okay, the king was covering one of the eyes, so I just had to guess at roughly when the eye should open. Beautifully done. Okay, we'll get to, yeah. A repeated joke in my friend group is how much of a nightmare our regeneration is going to be when we become old and are in like retirement homes. You know what? I'll take the recovery heart, thank you. Ooh, actually, you know what? Now we'll do it. Now that I've got some health. Oh, before I do, I need to check my map and figure out where my elements are. The last one is a Cave of Flames, and now I've got everything I need for Cave of Flames. But all right, we've officially hit go mode, everybody. We have the 4 sword. This is the 4th element. We're grabbing it right now. Very possible, root beer. You know the Gleerox on the walls? He's not. It's just inscribings of his likeness in the walls. I went too far! I fucked it up! Burr, 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 burr. All right, so since we're really close to the end of the seed, we'll have another like hour or so of the stream after this. So what do we want to do? What do we want to do after the seed's over? I'm not going to have time to start another seed. All right, Lancer's banned. Lancer banned, sir. That feels like something from like out of oh my god! No! I was reading chat and I got distracted of what phase I was on, so I did the wrong thing. World record pace. Not even close. The sea was a nightmare. And I still have to get through Dark Hyrule Castle, and we all know how terrible my navigational skills in that dungeon is. I don't know. Well, the final element. We've done it. Wahoo! Cool baby seed from yesterday. Yeah, how Lancer would not stop going on about how it's a baby seed just so I got a couple of items in the beginning of the game. One shot? Nah. I don't know about that one, Chief. In any percent run? I don't... So, fun fact, I did in fact try an any percent run recently, and realized that I have no idea what I'm doing. I was able to get up to Hell and Black Magic, and then had no idea how to do it. I've completely forgotten the RNG manips. The muscle memory is not there anymore. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to completely relearn the RNG manips to make that shit work. I have to fix that. Wrong buttons. Fuck. Are we going back to MC streams? Not that I know of. I wasn't planning on it. Yeah, it was not in my plan to do that. Guardians Crusade, ZA. I have since played ZA in my spare time. So, the whatchamacallit, whatever it's called, whatever you want to call it, of the stream have been compromised. The sanctity of the stream playthrough has been compromised. I have almost beaten the game. Most of the team is actually still intact. I have swapped out a few members, but I am enjoying it. I actually want to put together a competitive team for it and try out some of the ranked battles. Also, because Tank Top Warlock wanted me to wants to challenge me at some point. Start a new Nuzlocke or something? You know, I've been considering it. But I gotta figure out what it is I want to Nuzlocke. I don't even think the game has too many issues. Like, if I'm being entirely honest, the game's fun. All right, final boss time. The RNG was not on my side. Whoa, hey, whoa, hey. There we go. There we go. And stun those with the remote bombs? I didn't know that. What the fuck? Hell yeah! Oh, I'm curious. Do I still have that? Hold on. Hold on. I'm super curious if I still have that. Hold on. Yeah, baby! The Dark Nut split, 102.467. That's still the current com gold. Let's go. But also, yeah, TGH is disgusting. TGH has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of the 35 splits he has the com gold in. Man's is 30% of the Minish Cap speedrunning community right now. But I got one! Oh, taking that shit to my grave. I'm so excited. I'm not upset at all. The fact that I have one on that list is mind-boggling to me. You guys are trying to hype me up, but I'm over here stoked as fuck. I did fuck this up because I was too distracted by what we were discussing. Really? Warps on the first cycle, dude? Oh no. Oh, I'm so washed. Oh, it's because this is a randomizer. This fight is sped up. There's one less phase in this because it's randomizer. That fucked me up last seed too. Oh my god. I don't think so. That's annoying. Okay, so we're right side. Okay, left side? Yeah. That was incredible. That was kind of insane. Getting that hit was nuts. I did not expect that. Oh, wait. No reason not to get the fairy. Alright, so what are we doing, guys? We're finishing this run in like 3 minutes. What are we doing? I don't know what to tell you. That was really weird. The Zelda roguelike thing? We might do that. I don't know if I feel like doing that though. I'd prefer if you move the fuck out of my way, dude. That works. Thanks, bud. No, wait, what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know if I... No, a GC run is like 2 hours. If I get good RNG. Yeah, that was really slow for me. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah. Don't die to body 3. Okay. Hold. There we go. That was close. Yikes. We all recreate the script of Shrek one line at a time. Let me think. It's something I can do quickly. It's just like a silly one-off. That baby. Yeah. Just ball my choice a game. I don't like having choices though. We almost filled the the equipment here, which isn't super surprising. Minish Cap is one of my favorite Zelda games because it really requires a lot of the moves, a lot of the items. 3 hours and 51 minutes. Yeah, that tracks. Our first boss was at 2 hours and 3 minutes. Actually, no, sorry. First boss was Mazal at 1 hour and 49 minutes. I was actually leaning towards Portrait of Ruin. I was leaning towards, like right before the stats came up, but I decided to talk about that. Specifically doing a Julius run. And just see how that goes. Let's see. Yeah, these are all enemy stats. Never used the Smith sword because I got the white sword immediately. And it did not take long for me to get the second tier white sword. And then I had that for a long time. And then the white sword for a long time. But yeah, it was like just less than 2 minutes between getting the Smith sword, the white sword, which was immediately next to it, and then white sword tier 2, less than 2 minutes later. Got the bombs at 41 minutes. Bow at 17. Never got the light arrows, which tracks. Boomerang at 124. I did use the boomerang a few times. Once was on accident. Lantern at 3 minutes. That's right. Piz's boots at 3 minutes. They were right next to each other. I was pretty excited. Cool. Anyway, hope you guys had fun. I enjoyed. Yeah, you know what? Let's boot up Portrait of Ruin, the Julius mode. The special fun mode. It's great. We'll go here. 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 View, LCD layout, vertical, file, it's Portrait of Ruin. Cool. Not a randomizer, just a regular playthrough, in the Julius mode. Game start, select data. Oh, we can also do sisters. So the sisters are Eric Lecard's daughters, the two girls that return into vampires. So one of them uses a giant sword and the other one uses magic. The sisters playthrough, you use the D-pad to move and you're flying, you have full flying, and you use the touchscreen for everything. So I'd essentially be playing one half on a controller, one half on the mouse, using the touchscreen for all the attacks. You know how it works? Have you ever seen it physically with your eyeballs? Let's do that. Let's fuck around on sisters mode. Let's try hard. Level 50, sure. And we'll just see how that goes. So we're here. Yeah, flying uses MP. But you see, like, we shoot magic. Oh, perfect. I can change with L. And then Loretta is interesting, or the Stella is interesting, because this is physical damage, and then she uses magic damage, shooting the ice crystals. And then the point is just to win. You just have to really watch your mana. Do other shit they attack, or is that it? This is it. This is basically the we wanted to use the touchscreen as much as we could mode. But it's cool. It's fun. So I can skip a lot of stuff. I do still have to clear all the bosses in the portraits. So it's 13 on a very rapid fire set of damage. That was a lot of damage. I ran out of mana for flight. Okay. Got him. This touchscreen shit is a unique idea, non-intrusive. Can't say about Dawn of Sorrows use the touchscreen. Yeah, they really did try to use the touchscreen as much as they could in Dawn of Sorrows. That's the truth. And as overpowered as we are right now, the bosses are going to start catching up. So we'll see how this goes as the game continues. I've done a couple of Sisters playthroughs. Also, Stella does more damage the faster the touchscreen is moving, or the stylus is moving, which I think is super interesting. It's just not really something I use super duper often. But I think she does physical and holy damage. I'm not certain of that. Oh, that makes sense, Lancer. Nintendo's really big on making sure people actually use their shit. Like, they didn't want it to be just like a gimmick and have no one care about it. Oh my god, I died to a bat. I haven't saved the game. They also have their own unique game over screen. What is this? This is Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. We finished our... Oh, I have saved the game. We finished our playthrough of the Minish cap, our randomizer. And so now we are hecking around on... Oh god, that was a lot of damage. It was 119 damage a tick. See what I mean with this playthrough is not going to be just free-flowing. I'm going to switch to Loretta. So I think unless there's an enemy with a high magic resistance, this is just better. Ow. Yeah, I think this playthrough ends once you make it to Bronner's room. Ah! Oh, I almost fucking died. Okay, I need to be actually careful. Oh, no. Oh, the bat got me. This is super weird feeling playing like this. Is that the theory? I keep meaning to actually look up the lore, but I keep forgetting to do it. Ow. Oh my god, this deals so much damage. Ow. The bat almost got me again. Bats deal about 45 damage, so I would have just been dead. Ah, I'm out of mana. So scary. Where's the save point? Ah! Alright, I gotta level up. That gives me a little bit more defenses. Oh my god, you're kidding me. I didn't even see that bat. Oh, I didn't realize that this section was gonna be so awful. Oh, also I should change my stream title. There we go. Yeah, so this is hard mode. So the way that hard mode works is enemies have they have changed many enemies have changed like AI and stuff. They have more health, and also every single enemy and boss deals a flat, unmitigatable amount of damage. And that damage increases from 1 to 100, depending on how close you are to the hard mode level cap. My hard mode level cap is 50. So the higher level I get, there's going to be a flat amount of damage that they'll be doing on top of their regular damage every single time they hit me. Ow. So something changed about the bats is that bats are way faster and also deal more damage. I need to actually go back over there, because that's where one of the portraits is, and I still do need to complete all the bosses in the portraits. I think? I'm actually not confirmed about that. Oh, wait, no, it's not over there. No. I'm incorrect. I'm out of mana. There's no jumping, there's no buttons. It's just flying in directions and hoping that I actually click on the touchscreen instead of on my chat to the right there. But also, yeah, Loretta has really shitty physical defense, but has really good magic defense, and then Stella is the opposite. Okay, save point. No warp box. It's never confirmed, just a theory, but it would explain why Eric has the Alucard spear. Yeah, because that link was never explained. There we go. That's another boss, which gives us more max HP and max MP. Yeehaw. Yeah, I have no idea. Because also, whoa, God, oh, Lord. Yikes, sorry. Clicked on another window that brought it all up in front of my DS emulator, and I couldn't see anything. Okay, somewhere around here, oh my God, a save point. We've done it. But like, I don't know. There's a whole gap of lore that I don't understand. Of like how the Belmonts aren't allowed to touch the whip until 2099. And so you have Jonathan's family, and I don't remember his last name. But you've got Jonathan's family, and they are able to use the whip if the Lacard family like blesses it. It was 1999, not 2099. Oh, that would make sense then with the Sorrows games being in 2035 and 2036. Oh wow, Devil Wheel is very resistant to magic. Oh, golly shit, dude. Morris, there it is. Oh. Okay. Well, that's cool. Oh, also, you probably know more about this than I do. Fucking Genji Arikado, if I'm remembering that name correctly. Ooh, I do not want to get hit by that guy. He will curse me and I will lose all of my MP forever. Also, holy crap, I'm taking a lot of damage from just everything. A ghost hit me for like 65 damage. Genya Arikado, that's what it was. Who is he? Because he seems important. He seems like he's got shit going on. He's invested in things. Is he someone notable, or he's Alucard in size? That's what I thought. Fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I was playing Dawn of Sorrows and I was like, God, that dude. Like, some of the things he was saying, he's not exactly subtle about it. Really? No, I'm just stupid? Damn. I hate how that keeps happening. I was like, man, I'm so smart, I'm so clever. Meanwhile, here's the top 50 moments where Genya said he was Alucard. Killer, killer. I'm out of mana. Ah! Kill, 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 kill. I'm out of mana. Oh, shit, that's right. That attack has range. I forgot. Yeah. I was gonna mention that, but I was in the boss fight. Yeah, no, I'm just dumb. That's all there is to it. Okay. I was going through all my buttons, just making absolute sure that there is in fact no other controls. So these sisters don't do anything else aside from their assigned ice blasting spell or blade swipey doodles. I'm out of mana, I can't dodge that. Get away, get away, get away. we're cooking. We got her. Let's go. Sorry, I mean, it's kind of the only hint, but it's a pretty blatant hint. All right, that's valid. Also, some of his dialogue in Dawn of Sorrows, I feel like that also kind of hints to it, because it really wasn't until Dawn of Sorrows where I was like, you know what? Hold on. Yeah, part of it too is I didn't dedicate a ton of thought into it, specifically because of the fact that there are so many Castlevania games that I've never played. That it's very possible that he's from some fucking order that knows shit. You know? Dawn of Sorrow Julius mode is when he fully reveals himself to be Alucard. Oh! I never played Julius mode in Dawn of Sorrow. I've just beaten the regular Soma mode. With almost 100% soul acquisition, which gotta say, has not been super worth it. Doing that sucks in Dawn of Sorrow. Grinding is trash, is real bad, and I don't like it. Get out of here. Oh no. I was mid-second. I went the wrong way. Death by a billion snowflakes, I guess, for that guy. I took 67 damage from a larva. Ah! I live in so much fear, guys. Okay. I feel like there's a save point somewhere around here. That's right. Most of the, or rather all, of the, like, blocks and, obstacles are removed because they literally can't go through them. Also, their hitbox is actually just this small circle, or rather, like, their collision box. The hitbox is the full body, but their collision box is just, like, from the knees down, so that they can fit through, like, the Owlmorph, spaces. It also makes flying around not be super clunky. Oof. Ah! Well, I'm not going through there, I guess. Ah, 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 ah. Something Richter digs he was ashamed by getting possessed by Shaft and Symphony. Dude, I don't remember that happening in Symphony at all. I had to actually play Symphony of the Night, I'm gonna be honest. Okay. Secret. Whoa, hey, whoa, hey, whoa. Hey. Whoa. Yo, what? Oh, fucking Armor Knight. Oh, God. He got me. He absolutely got me. Ooh. That was close. Oh, that's right. This is here. I have to go this way and go around. Oh. Spicy. Oh no. Round of MP. Richter got hit with the Castlevania version of Vomity's Majin Possession from DBZ. Richter turned evil only to be saved by Alucard, and Richter was so ashamed that he passed off the whip to the Morrises. Oh. I mean, you know, you fuck up real bad and you're just like, you know what? Some other family has to take this over now. I can't do it. The Belmonts are no longer fit. Or something. But then why is it until 1999? Like, what's so special about 1999? Is it just like the end of the century? Like, my family line can forgive itself at the end of the century? Oh, let me through, please. Alright, let's go fight Death, I guess. We are not an appropriate level to be doing this, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna just die, maybe? Yeah. If you get caught by that, you just die because you do not have the MP to get out of that. That's so fun. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, no, we just... Dang. Okay, so what... Nostradamus predicted that the end of the world in 1999 in Castlevania that coincides with the final end of Dracula, and that needed to be a Belmont. Ah. Alright. Dude, I'm so glad that you are so knowledgeable of this, because I've been super curious and just never looking into it because of who I am as a person. Oh my god, we dodged it. Let's go. Loretta deals so much fucking damage. Let's go! We did it, baby! Woo! Hell yeah. I'm gonna go save. Fun fact, if you skip any of the cutscenes before or after the death fight, you soft lock your game, basically. The door closes when you leave the room, and if you go back in, one of Death's little, like, bone arm portal thingies will be just sitting here in the air. The game will think a boss is active, and you'll never be able to leave. And if you just like save and quit out or whatever, like suspend and leave or whatever, then the glitch will still be active and your save file is just busted. Not a fan of the additional lore of the Morrises, as it was, in my opinion, excuse to not retcon Castlevania Bloodlines, where John Morris uses a vampire killer. Yeah, I mean, Portrait of Ruin kind of like adds on to it a little bit. My problem with it, though, is the whole thing about, like, now you just gotta be careful, Jonathan, because if you use the vampire killer too much, you'll die just like your dad did. But using the vampire killer doesn't actually negatively affect you at all. Like, I would get it if it, like sapped HP. So, like, when you use it, it, like, dealt you a little bit of damage. Like, that would be a thing. But it doesn't. Like, you're just fine. You can use as much as you want. No one gives a shit. And there's no repercussions. So that's kind of where it breaks for me. Like, I'm fine with the additional lore. I just wanted to be able to actually feel the additional lore, you know? Yeah, and I get that. Okay. Don't attack succubuses with Loretta. Shit ain't doing no damage. Also, I'm heading up to the Master's Chamber, I guess. I might be able to just beat the game right now. We'll find out. Save points up here. So this is the room you normally fight the sisters in? Oh, to get there I do still have to complete all of the portraits. Okay. Let me say you'd like Eric Lecard and his family being in Canada. I'm fine with that. There's a little Belmont's can't use whip till 99.99. Need to be contrived. Yeah. Like, I feel like they could have done a better job of justifying that, maybe. Dude, the frame rate is just killing itself right now. Whoa, hey, whoa. Nice. Like, I thought there was some kind of like curse or something. I didn't think it was just like a... Like, damn, I fucked up. Family, don't touch that. Kind of situation. Yes. I do remember that discussed at some point in Portrait of Ruin. They just need someone from the Lacard family, and I don't know what that link is to like unseal it to like allow the Belmont or the Morris family to properly use it. I don't know what's up with that. And I don't know if there's any lore about who the Lacards are. Oh, the max HP and max MP potions still exist. Oh god, I'm getting blasted. Hold on. Ah, damn. I didn't go to a save block or a save room for a bit. Oh, that sucks so bad. Damn. Ah! Ah! Please don't kill me. Maybe. I'm curious about it. I'll look it up real quick. Let's see. So from Castlevania Bloodlines, Eric Lacard was just some fucking guy, and then when his wife was turned into a vampire, he was awakened as a vampire hunter, apparently. And he wielded Alucard's spear. Let's see. Okay, so the Lacards were related to the Belmont clan by blood and were in possession of an enchanted weapon known as the Alucard spear. So the spear was like an heirloom passed through their family. So what the fuck is up with the Alucard spear? Why do they have it? Mystical spear with ties to Alucard. What ties? I don't know. Designed to be a complement weapon to the vampire killer and passed to the Lacard clan as the whip was passed to the Morris clan. Eric Lacard inherited at an early age and used his primary weapon in Judgment as well as in Bloodlines. In Portrait of Ruin, he bequeaths it to John Morris, who also had possession of the vampire killer because his daughters couldn't use it, I guess. The Sega Saturn version of Symphony of the Night also includes the Alucard spear as a weapon, which Alucard is able to equip, although non-canonically. When we found in the Hell Garden. Interesting. Under trivia, Castlevania Judgment actually establishes that Alucard made this spear. So Alucard made the spear and then passed it to the Lacard family. Also, could we talk about Alucard and Lacard is almost the same fucking word? Judgment's not canon? I don't even know what this game is. Oh, okay, yeah, pull shit into a time rift. Okay, yeah, no, that doesn't feel... This doesn't feel very, very canon at all. A lot of character derailment and time travel. Beautiful. Lot of characters going on here, though. Cool and fun. All right, so that part's probably bullshit. Interesting. Okay. So back to the Lacard family. Yeah, excuse me. Okay, so John Morris is actually Quincy Morris's son. Oh ho ho ho. So there was a so the reason that the Lacards know about this is that there was a ceremony that the Belmonts knew to allow the Morris family to utilize the full power of the vampire killer. So Eric Lacard would be aware of it because of him being a part of the family that learned it. Okay. Battle Against Dracula in 1917, which is probably Bloodlines. They're like, damn, John says, I'm not recovering for shit. And they're like, oh no, it's because the vampire killer. Uh-oh. So then you have Portrait of Ruin in 1944. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Okay, so here's like official word from Konami on this shit. So there is not like an official background for it. It says nobody knows where it came from. In the end of the 15th century, Dracula's head was chopped off by the spear. Okay. So this was just a spear that beheaded Dracula, and they put his head on the spear. So it probably got imbued with some garbage. Interesting. Yeah. All right. So here's my theory. Okay. So you've got the Belmonts, right? Which is your premier vampire killing family. Okay. Like they're the ones that are like, we're gonna fucking do it. And then whoever you said before, in somebody, in Bloodlines, no, Symphony got possessed and is like, damn, Belmonts don't have it anymore. But we'll be back for 1999. And that's when Dracula's going to come back and we'll deal with that. In the meantime, in case shit goes south, because it's the world and shit goes south a lot. Richter, thank you. So shit goes south all the time. So we're going to have a backup plan. We're not going to touch it. But we've got these two families that are pretty close to us. So we've got the Morrises. They can use the whip. And then my theory, and what I'm going to stick with, is that the Lacard family, that surname comes from Alucard. So Alucard fucking married into the family, basically, into the Belmont clan, and kind of has his own separate branch of the family tree, but it's kind of distant and separate. So that's where Lacard comes from, because Lacard, you get it, right? And so that kind of happens, and they know how to connect with the ritual to let the Morris's family do it, because that was taught to them by the Belmonts. And so that's why you have the Alucard spear. It's literally Alucard's spear passed down through generations of his family. That's my theory. That's what I've got. That's what I'm going. Which would mean that there's a teensy bit of vampire in the entire family line on the Lacard side, which also kind of ties into the fact that the Alucard spear does only piercing damage. It does not do holy damage. This is very convoluted. It's like 20 games across 10 different consoles. If they don't want to come up with it, then I'll come up with it. And that's what I came up with. But yeah, I'm going to say that Alucard joined the family tree and started his own little branch of that nonsense off of the Belmont family. And that's how they've got connections. And that's how they're all linked into this nonsense. It also explains why the family's so powerful. It allows Sonya to exist. Does it? I'm trying to remember who Sonya is. Oh, Sonya Belmont. Okay. Bones owned Alucard. Hell yeah. The only things I've read so far is Sonya Belmont and then Bones owned Alucard. Castlevania Legends of Sonya Belmont and Bones owned Alucard. A whole gang got retcon out of existence because they didn't like the idea that all the Belmonts after her being part vampire. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. Is that it's not that like all Belmonts after her are part vampire, because that's not how marriage works. It's not a straight line of one single line of progression. You've got the Belmonts, right? And their whole line, so it's Richter and fucking Julius and all of them's, right? Simon, whatever. There's a lot of Belmonts. I'm not going to keep listing names that I come up with as I come up with them. We're moving on. And then you've got Alucard, right? And Sonia, and they kind of have their own branch of the family. So they're not considered of the Belmont clan because of their connection with Alucard. Yeah. That's my story. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Because it doesn't cause a problem with all, you know, like, uh-oh, oopsie poopsie, all Belmonts are now part vampire. Because, yeah, that would be a problem. You're right. But instead, it creates this other powerful family. Because like regular people, because the thing is, this playthrough I'm doing right now with the daughters, this is pre-vampire. They just have this shit. This is just skills that they have. Normal, regular ass people don't have this shit. So I think the whole thing of like Eric Lacard being awakened as a vampire hunter, I think that's just you know, having that Alucard dog in you. You know? Yeah, so they yeah, who the fuck is Charlotte? Like, what's her deal? How does she tie into this? So the Belnadas clan, yeah, they're a part of some religion thing. There's also like the glyphs from Order of Ecclesia that I only know a little bit of. Charlotte's just some random witch, really? What? Charlotte Allin. She's apparently 16 years old in Portrait of Ruin. It's a gifted young witch, close friend. She's affiliated with the church. And the church has like holy magic and shit. She was raised alongside Jonathan Morris. Fully platonic friendship, according to this. Yeah. Okay. According to Koji Igarashi, who I think is important. I'm sure is an important name in Konami. Charlotte's family is somehow related to the Belnadas clan. Okay. Got it. So he would be, yeah. So they would be a pretty premier name of authority in this. Valid. Okay. So Charlotte's somehow related to the Belnades clan. The Belnades clan, they've got their magic because they're affiliated with the church. So you got Sypha. And Sypha Belnades. That's the Belnades from the. Yeah, I was just getting to that point here on this page. The Just Belmont is connected there, and then Charlotte Olin is there as well. Castlevania 3. Okay. That makes sense. Alright, cool. I love that this playthrough has been like 50% me running around mowing enemies down and trying not to get two-shot. And the rest of it has been lore deep dives for the Castlevania games. Which is good. This is something I planned on doing eventually. I wanted to do this lore deep dive because I've been super interested in it. Trevor, Sypha, and the OG black-haired Alucard. Just like Arigato. Oh my god. We're all from 3, ripped to my boy Grant. He never appears in any adaptation of 3. Damn. Grant Dynasty. He does show up in the Nest of Evil. Sort of. One of the bosses in the Nest of Evil, is like undead doppelgangers of Trevor, Sypha, and Grant. Yeah, Dynasty is a fantastic last name. Love that shit. All right, let's see how this boss fight goes. Because we're flying, so we're chilling. Okay, it's gonna be physical damage again. I can't risk attacking while he's doing this water attack. I'll just die. There we go, we got him. First try, let's go. That actually is what I thought as well. Like, I feel like this is like a mistranslation of Dynasty. But I also just think Dynasty's funny and I'm gonna stick with it. Also, for some reason, having the last name Dynasty and the first name Grant makes it so much funnier to me. I do not have a justification for this. It just feels correct to for that to be funnier. Is it up here? Ah! No. Spooky scary. Ah, explosions. I agree. I would agree with that. It also sounds like a nickname. Like you've got the holy vampire fighting trio of Trevor Belmont, Sypha Belnades, Grant Nasty. It just hits a little different. Then you've got the Belmonts and the Belnades clan, and then you've got fucking Grant, who's also here and ready to kick some ass. Yeah. These axes scare the hell out of me, but it's going well so far. Oh, wait, I can't just cut here, can I? Well, first I can be back. I think it's just a wall up here. Yeah, okay. Ah! Ah, no! I didn't see it. No, I couldn't save. I didn't find the save spot in the beginning area and I didn't look for it. Gosh damn it. Oh, this sucks real bad, guys. Just beelining it back for where I was. It's up here. I'm going the wrong way. It's up here. And we're at the warp room. We're gonna actually hit up the save room this time. No more dumb mistakes. Then we'll go fight Legion. Also, we do have to go back to the beginning of the castle because I did fuck up and I didn't get anything from the beginning area of the castle. I just skipped right through. Yeah. I usually just did long spear with, oh god, 116 damage. Long spear with the, whatchamacallit? The weapon special skill. Just big slash. Or big stab. Also, actually, hold on. No, I definitely used a sub weapon that had really good piercing. Cannot remember what it was. Maybe Javelin. It might have been Javelin, because Javelin is weirdly super good for Legion. I know in Aria of Sorrow, oh god, in Aria of Sorrow, I used Beam Skeleton a lot because I just love that soul. Guys, I live in so much fear. I'm going to go super slow and careful and try not to take any damage. Also, if I get hit again, I die, so I really can't afford to take any damage. Ah! Where? That was dumb. That dude came out of goddamn nowhere. I will not accept any other possibility. How was I supposed to know he was there? More lore for you. Fuck yeah. Bronner's named after a real person. Oh my god. What a theory. I love it. Whoa, my god, we dodging. Smooth. I really like that theory, though, I'm not gonna lie. That is a cool and interesting theory. Whoa! My god! He got me last time, too. Flies on screen with no warning. And then I just kind of rushed through this area and took a lot of dumb damage, so I just won't do that again and we'll be fine. It's easy. Ooh. Yeah. Is it? Well, okay, yeah, never mind, yeah. Well, no, wait. I thought this game took place in 1944. Am I wrong? I thought, I mean, maybe this is me showing me being fucking stupid. Yeah. Portrait Ruin is set in 1944 Europe during World War II. So I guess that tracks. That lines up. Save room. Let's go. We did it. We made it through Nation of Fools. All right, let's see who's got a Cook Legion. Oh my god, I took 101 damage from one of the little fucking guys. Oh, golly gee willikers, my guy. Oh. Glass cannon. That was spooky scary. Now we go back. We'll have Legion as a boss fight. That would be interesting. I feel like that would definitely work. Because you'd have just like this big, ominous ball. That would just be like this massive HP sink. And then, every time you damage it, it would drop X amount of little fucking guys. And the little guys only have 1 hit point. So like, you know, 1 hit point, AC of 10, like anything that can hit will hit, you know? But they're just like difficult to deal with, shambling ads, you know? Being like overwhelmed with numbers kind of fight. I think that would be super interesting. I think a Castlevania D&D campaign would just in general be really cool. I mean, you've already got like the basis for it with fucking what's his ass? Curse of Strahd. Like you can totally use some of the stuff in there to just build a Castlevania. Oh god, oh no. I accidentally clicked off screen. Ravenloft as legally distinct Castlevania. Yeah, I mean, that would work. Ooh. Let's kind of keep it a clean sweep. Keep myself safe. Yeah, there are spells that would totally work. There's like some like minute meteor spell or whatever it's called. Beef that up a little bit and you've got the big meatballs, the ones that he drops in like a pattern, the upper lower. Yeah, no, you can absolutely do that. Not a problem at all. Yeah, that one. One of the newest person to join Roya uses that as one of his like go-to spells. He's a divine soul sorcerer, and he uses that as like a bread and butter offensive spell. That and guiding bolt, of course. You know what? Hold on. I want to see. Wow. What if I switch? That's so cool. We're both considered females. How quirky and fun. Yeah, guiding bolt is really good. I like it a lot. Also, I think fairy fire is really underrated. I like that spell a lot. How quirky and fun and exactly like other girls. True. Oh, hard mode. Hard mode thing. Zombies are fast as fuck in this mode. They also poison you. Shard and PG3, yeah. For my early game, I use a lot of the, I don't remember what it's called, but it's the one that's not like a roll to hit. It's just a saving throw, because Shart's stats kind of suck. So having it be a saving throw instead helps. So now I'm reliant on their rolls instead of mine. Save point right here, I think. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I kind of want to run a Castlevania campaign now. I think that'd be really cool. I was gonna, a long time ago, like 7 years ago, I was going to be in a Curse of Strahd campaign, and the character that I built was basically gonna be a Belmont. However, that campaign never actually started, which was a huge bummer because I was really excited about my character. Although I guess he might have been more like a Morris in that sense, because he was gonna have a whip, but it wasn't gonna have like the crazy boost to damage against undead. So he was gonna have to get that later. So I guess he would have been more like a Morris. Chromatic Orb, I do like Chromatic Orb. I just like how crazy and silly it is. There's some spell feature, I can't remember anymore, but it lets you like re-roll a damage die. And I like using that to have slightly better control over Chromatic Orb. You have a Belmont Paladin? Hell yeah. 56 damage. It hurts so much. For a beginning of the game enemy that deals so much damage. It's because of the flat damage boost from being in hard mode. So with that flat damage boost, it increases proportionately to how close you are to the level cap. Nice. And so for the hard mode level 1 game mode, you can never get a level. You are always at the maximum level. So everything that hits you is dealing a minimum of 101 damage. Because the flat damage is always going to be 100 because you're at the max level. And so it's increased by that. And then you have whatever the actual damage of the enemy is. So that's why if you're doing Jonathan mode, which is just the base game mode for hard mode, you really want to do it on a file you've already completed where you have the ancient armor from the old axe armors. Because the ancient armor makes it to where any damage you take as Jonathan will always deal 10% of your max HP. And it is the only way to not get one shot for the entire game. Aw, Wynn's not here. And neither is fucking, what's his ass? Vincent. Alright, that's all of the tier 1 portraits, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, okay. Now it's time to do the tier 2 portraits and finish the game. Incorrect. I went to the wrong place. Oh, yeah. I saw that when I was going through the wikis. Also, slightly off topic, I really like Soma as a character. I think it's cool. He's just some fucking guy who is actually just the reincarnation of Dracula, so you spend both games trying not to actually become the new Dracula. Whoa, buddy. I really like in Aria of Sorrow, when you're actually like doing the shit for the true ending, after you beat whoever the hell that guy, Genya? No, not Genya. You think Genya's a bad guy for a bit, and then he's like, and it turns out he's a good guy. The other guy, Graham. I found it. It took me a while to get there, but I got there. I wonder who he is, if he's anyone like interesting in the lore. But you've got that dude. But when you beat him and you have the right souls equipped, your portrait changes to like show your evil Dracula aura. I always thought that was cool. Ah, okay. I like to think that Graham, that his name comes from Bram. Like Bram Stoker. I have no basis for this aside from ho sounds similar. I was looking at something else. Well, I hope this doesn't fuck me up forever. This didn't even go anywhere. Talk with Soma was going to say that you were playing Dirge in BG3, basically playing yourself as Soma. Hell yeah, I love that. And also, yeah, that kind of makes sense now that I think about it. I'm full of fear, guys. There's got to be a save point here around here somewhere, right? Right? Get the fuck out of here. What class did you go with for your dirge? Was it Paladin? Storm Sorcerer, okay. Where's my save room? Ah. There's so much fear in me. There we go, we've done it. Oh boy. Yeah, Sorcerer and Paladin also just work really well together. Kill him, kill him. Just like, please die. I'd still say though, Gloomstalker Ranger plus Assassin Rogue is a really fun subclass, or a really fun multi-class in BG3. Because that first attack hits so hard. Because you hide, you've got Hunter's Mark, you've got the sneak attack damage, you've got Gloomstalker damage, you've got that it's a guaranteed crit because of Assassin. Like, it's disgusting. Ow! 100 damage? Oh, I need mana. Oh, this fight sucks. Yep. I knew the moment he did lightning, it was over for me. Assassin, Gloomstalker, and Battlemaster. I never added Battlemaster to it. I've never been crazy enough to do more than one multi-class on a character. Ow, 232. I'm almost dead. I can't dodge that. Am I maybe small enough to go like right up in front of him? Or if I see his arm come up, do I just have to go up in the air? It might be an up in the air angle. Yikes. I mean, I don't think I can react to that. Oh, I walked onto him. I got scared. Yep, I'm dead. This fight is gonna suck. Favorite multiclass is the Schwarlock Denenster. Schwarlock Denster. Swashbuckler Rogue. A Warlock. Paladin. Battlemaster? Hexblade, Warlock, Paladin, Sorcerer, Battlemaster. God damn. That's so many levels. So many different multi-classes. $450 damage per turn. Christ. Yeah, can I just go like right the fuck here? No, I can't. Oh my god. Yeah, no, this fight sucks. Yeah, I'm not doing Nest of Evil. I considered doing Nest of Evil, but there's a room where you have to fight two of these fucking guys at the same time, and that's just not happening. Oh. Yeah, I fucked up. I went right next to him for no reason. Boy howdy. Loretta, I think, is a little bit less damage on this fight, but I think it's gonna let me not have to think quite as hard. And just hold the mouse instead of have to wiggle it around. Oh, okay. Ooh, 104, yikers. Ow. Oh, I win. Okay, cool. Huh. I must have gotten really close in all the other attempts. Heal, yeah, Borther. I had so much trouble with him in my vanilla playthrough too as a kid. Boss is rough, dude. Alright, 4 bosses left and it's over. I couldn't figure out why I was running out of mana. It was because of the sand was pulling me off of stable ground. Oh, I'm out of mana. Oh, I'm out of mana. Dude, I did. I got a big barf done. Oh, I don't want to die. Dude, where is the save? Oh, no, you don't. Okay, it's not here. Is there a save point up at the top? Maybe? Okay, this room's free. Oh, I forgot you were here. Almost walked into you. That would have been funny. That would have been a hilarious way to die. Oh, God. Okay, we did it. That was a really scary room with the armored fleamen and the ghosts. And I just know those ghosts are going to be throwing hands. Go down this way, I think. Ah! 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 Ghosts can't throw the incorporeal? Damn. Ooh. This place is huge. I didn't know this was good. I forgot all about this. Hell yeah. Yeehaw, brother. Got ourselves the save point. I think the boss room is right below me. So nice and easy, quick portrait. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Oh, yep. Oh my god, 233 damage. Okay. Okay, that doesn't count as floor for MP regeneration. Go up and over. Oh my god. Oh my god, how much health do you... how much health do you have? Ah! Last 4 bosses of this game are the bosses from Castlevania 1. That's cool. I have very little experience with Castlevania 1. Yeah, instead of giant bat, you've got werewolf. I'm not gonna look at chat at all during this. I have to be super locked in. Going hard mode on this was a choice. Okay, you know what? Keep doing that move. All my homies love rap move. Oh, not the blocks. Okay, rap move. Let's go. Oh boy. Nasty boss fight. That one's cleared. Alright, let's go fight Medusa. Oh. Yeah, honestly, the only Castlevanias that I'm particularly familiar with are, woo, hey. The DS and GBA ones. The Metroidvanias. Mainly Portrait of Ruin and Aria of Sorrow, because those are the ones that I've dumped a ton of time into. The other ones, I just, for whatever reason, don't. Familiar with most of them, yeah. Not all of them, that's fair. There's a lot of Castlevania games. Save point, we did it. If we had died before reaching the save point, we would have had to fight Mummy again. Castlevania sexy minis and pachinko. Woo-wee, woo-wee, woo-wee. I do appreciate the max HP up. I'm just gonna get through this room. I don't need to fight these guys. Getting levels doesn't actually help me a ton. It increases my damage a bit, but not like a lot. It mainly just makes things do more damage to me. I'm out of manas. Huh? What? Sometimes it's hard for me to tell how far into the bit you're going and how much you're, oh god, oh shit, oh, I did it again. I clicked out of the thing into a full screen browser and covered my entire emulator. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that game is essential to the lore. I'm surprised that that game didn't come up in our deep dive lore searching. Seems pretty vital. Oh! That was rude! He came out of the goddamn transition! Save room? Save room. Okay, this is probably gonna be hell. I turned around at the last moment. No, 7 damage? That's such a small amount of damage. Fuck. Nope, not this time, snake bitch. Oh! Okay, I thought it just went across the bottom. It goes to where you are. Alright. I've never heard of those. Alright, let's lock in. We're almost done, friends. Whoa! Nope. Not this time. Oh, yep, that time. That time you'll get me. Let's go. Doesn't matter. Lords of Shadow was an edgy reboot where the Belmonts are also Dracula. Ooh, you know what? Before I make a dumb mistake, let's actually go and save and then go to the final portrait. We just got 13th Street and then we're done. We can go to Bronner and beat the game. Gabriel Belmont becomes Dracula for reasons I don't know. All right, lore dive, here we go. Gabriel Belmont, later known as Dracula and Dracul, is a knight from the 11th century, the main character of the Castlevania Lords of Shadow saga. Ooh. Let's see, part of Holy Knights.
After defeating the ultimate evil, losing everything loved on the quest, obtaining immense power from an ancient demon, killing the most powerful vampire in history. Wait, so is this supposed to be like the origin of Dracula? This is another timeline. Okay. It's an entirely different canon. Okay. To a new horizon. Ooh. It was a self-contained reboot of the series, thus not canon of the previous games. Follows the epic quest of Gabriel Belmont, seeks revenge against the murder of his wife, and the battle against the mysterious Lords of Shadow who drive the world into darkness. Wow. And then become a bad guy anyways, I guess. Dracula in the main canon was Matthias Kronkvist. Yeah, Matthias Kronkvist. You spelled that correctly. Well done. Wow. Originally a human, he fell into madness after the death of his first wife, F. Became an immortal vampire to the powers of the Crimson Stone. His dark powers built an army of creatures in his fortress, Castlevania. Since the 11th century, the Belmont clan stood in opposition to this dude. He was eventually destroyed in 1999 by the last descendant, which would probably be Julius Belmont. Yeah. Dracula serves the final boss in almost all of the games, except for the first and last two games in the chronology. So Lament of Innocence, which I guess is the very first game in the Castlevania timeline. I mean, yep. It's set in in the year 1094. Wow. Leon Belmont. And his friend, Matthias Kronkvist. Oh my gosh. It's him. That's how brains work. Wow. Okay. So according to this, the vampire killer was a whip made with alchemy. And the alchemy was taught to Ronaldo by Matthias, who would later become Dracula. So in a way, it was Dracula that created the vampire killer. Not really, but still. Wow. What a world.
Okay. So, like, what? Is the final boss of this game literally death? Alright. Well, that's pretty wild. Alright. Well, that's cool. Alright, there was another fun lore dive for us to enjoy. Belmonts are French. Hell yeah. You. Dracula became his own worst enemy, absolute cinema. Hell yeah. He knew the powers of alchemy. And that actually tracks. Okay, that's interesting. I thought Bone Arcs only showed up in Nest of Evil. Anyway. Ow. So, like in the anime, which I don't know how canon the anime is. I'm not gonna even go there. But like Vlad Tepes or Dracula's wife, like Dracula taught her alchemy so that she could be like a healer. So the same shit that he was doing before he became Dracula, all the way back in, you know, the 11th century, he still has all that stuff. But like, you know, all those goddamn years later, and that knowledge has been lost to man, left behind because religion reigns supreme instead. Oopsie poopsie, am I right? Super interesting. But yeah, so Matthias used the alchemy and was a proficient user of it, and it was that same alchemy that created the. So I was reading a little bit further, and I skimmed pretty aggressively, so there's probably details I missed. But Leon Belmont used the enchanted whip, but it wasn't until Leon's wife, who was turned into a vampire, who was turning into a vampire, did some kind of nonsense to like sacrifice herself so that she wouldn't finish turning, but in doing so died. And that's what turns the whip. That's what, like, the finishing touch that turns the whip into the vampire killer. So that's super interesting. I think this is a save room? No. Yeah, she puts her soul into the whip. Hell yeah. Also, those rippers, terrifying in this game mode. They deal so much damage and they are so hard to hit. Ah! Terrifying. I want a save point, guys. Save point? Oh my god, it's not a save point. Save point? Oh, let's go. Oh, I was so scared. Then she ghost rides the whip, don't we all? Ah!
Okay, I think I'm getting close to the end here. Ghost, because she's like dead. And then Ghost riding the whip, which is like the thing where people dance next to a slowly moving car with a... Oh! I didn't know that's... I didn't know that was a term. Thought so. HP max up, baby! Honestly, MP max up is the more valuable one of the two. But that's okay, I'm not gonna complain. Level 29. Oh, the cross. I don't need that. Does nothing for me. I didn't know Peanut Butter Gamer did that, but I do remember it being like a TikTok trend for a little bit. Specifically the ones that go wrong. Like one dude tried to, like one person, I don't remember who it was, but somebody tried to do it. And then the car started to like roll down a hill and like got away from them. Like, in all honesty, it's a really stupid thing to do. Whoa! Alright, I'm floating. I knew it. There was nothing I could do. I was running out of nonsense. Wait, what if I'm going the wrong way? What if this is the way to the boss? Oh my god. Found the boss, guys. Question is this gonna be a physical? Yeah, I think it's gonna be a physical attack. Whoa, my god. Oh no, never mind. If it's neutral damage, Loretta's cooking, but I need to get out of that corner. Whoa, my god, that's so much damage. We're doing it, guys. We're on to our last boss. All right, let's go save. Then it's time for Bronner. I actually don't remember what happens when I go on the Bronner painting, which is why I'm saving first. Because I know, like, obviously in the original canon, they just fucking get vampired. But I don't remember what they do in this game mode. Yes. Yes! I thought they were lawful good. But yes. Gasp. Father! There he is! Oh man, he's alive for now. Yeah. I wasn't sure if I'd even have like a boss fight here, but no, I think it's just over. Yeah. Launch. Oh, he said please. What if Bronner was like, all right, since you said please. Anyways, yeah. That's it. That's sisters mode in hard mode. I feel like doing sisters mode in hard mode would be hell. Because you would just get one shot by everything, and you would have such a low amount of damage. It'd be absolutely bonkers trying to do that. I would never try it. Bronner just flies away. Yeah, he just leaves. He's like, you know what? Maybe I'm in the wrong here. These are your daughters, after all. Maybe I've been a little bit too crazy about this. Anyway, that was cool and fun. Thanks for sticking out with me. Today's Wednesday, so yeah, no stream tomorrow. Probably back on Monday. I don't know what we're doing. I'm in the wrong here. I suck. He just steps into the sunlight. He was like, I'm just gonna dip out. Oh my god, that was so fun. So we've got, you guys can see the screens right here, right? You've got the bottom screen and the top screen, and on my window they're reversed, where I've got the top screen on bottom and the bottom screen on top. And so what happened is you had Eric's portrait coming up from the to my screen bottom. Oh my god, Bronner's got Stella's bust. This is fantastic. But you had Eric, so he comes up, and just as his hat cuts out, Stella's like hair and bonnet steps like cuts in, and so you have Eric's head with Loretta's hat, and it was perfect. It was just really dumb. No One Piece chapter this week either. Damn, that sucks for those that read One Piece. I sure don't. I am gonna go to bed though. I'm so tired. You guys have been cool. This has been fun. I had a great time. Hope you guys did too. Thanks for hanging out while I locked the fuck in on those boss fights. And I'm gonna shut her down. You guys are super cool. I'll see you guys probably on Monday. I'll keep you posted. I'm still continuing to try to get a job, so I don't know where we'll be at next week. But thanks, Lancer. Bye, everybody.